Come and stimulate your mind with
TiTi Talks.
Promise you'll never fall behind with
TiTi Talks.
the knowledge you're seeking you can find with
TiTi Talks.
.com. So come on and get with TiTi Talks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. This has been a long time coming. Like we've been saying, we're gonna do like 11 years.
Same with me. And I had to take a hiatus on the podcast. So you're actually the first podcast I have recorded in a little bit of time.
Oh,
I had to pause it for everything that we talked about. Anyway, so
no pressure though, right?
baby, we ain't no listen, there's a lot of things to have pressure about. This I ain't gonna have no pressure about because I'm excited to talk to you. I'm happy for what you got going on. You know me, I love everybody. I'm rooting for everybody. Blight family, it's your girl TiTi from TiTi Talks. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm back. I am back. And my very first guest, first of all, not only did it have to be a Black woman, it also had to be a rattler. It also had to be a fellow Florida girl.
And now you know I say I'm from Miami, not Florida.
Ma'am, well, listen, you better claim that shit today. You better claim it today. It's okay. Because, you know, Miami is a different world. It really is. But yes, you are from Miami. You are a more or less lifelong Floridian. You've lived in other places, and we'll talk a little bit about that a little later.
Yes,
but yes, introduce yourself to everybody who you are.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Sunni Speaks Vegan on Instagram, vegan trap queen extraordinaire, teaching the people and changing the world, going vegan one hood at a time. I am here with TiTi Talks and I'm too excited.
Yes, we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a good conversation. I want to tell everybody how when I first saw Sunni, I didn't even really meet her, but I used to always love to go to Black on Black Rhyme, which is, you know, a poetry troupe and poetry organization here in Tallahassee. And, you know, they would always having, you know, spoken word. Either they were hosting competitions or there was a show that went on weekly and people got to come up, but there were also some core members. This sister is one of the core members, okay? And I remember back in them days, I used to, you know, go and holler at everybody. I was a fan of everybody. But I remember there was a sister that came up there named Sunni. And when they said it, I thought they were talking about Sunni Patterson at first because she had been there the year prior. But there was another sister named Sunni who came up. And I was just blown away. I loved their poems. They were witty. They were sharp. There was an edge of vulnerability in them too. I loved it. So anyway, I knew who she was, but she probably didn't know who I was at that time. And then we ran into each other again at the Black Girl Speaks in circle with Sister Talitha. Shout out to Talitha.
Shout out. Like she's literally the best.
Shout out to Talitha. So we kind of ran back and we kind of have similar friends. I don't know how we don't even know each other better than we do because I feel like we have a lot of friends who overlap. But now she is really been evolving in what she's talking about into dietary and health things through her own personal journey. So yeah, I just had to give you a background for everybody just to let y'all know how I got into contact with her. And now she's really doing a thing for real, for real. All the work that she has been putting in, all the foundation that she's laid down, it's starting to come to fruition now. I've seen a credit with Sister Pinky Cole's recipe book.
Pinky Cole's book.
Yes.
Very excited.
And Sister Sunni done threw some vegan collard greens up in the mix for the recipes.
I did indeed.
So excited. Listen, I gotta get me one just to strength off of that. And I already know Sister Pinky done curated. Look at God. Look.
We here with it.
Eat plants, bitch.
Yes, if you go to page 144, 145, you have my amazing collard green recipe, which is also in my cookbook, Home for the Holidays, Recipes for Every Black Occasion.
Yes. That's so amazing. So listen, I love your brand of promoting veganism. Okay. We is vegan trapping out here in these streets. But talk to me a little bit about how you came into veganism, just how you got into that.
Well, I actually got out of a relationship and I got a personal trainer. You know, when we gonna lose weight, we gonna cut our hair, we gonna do all of the things. So I had just finished cutting my hair. The only thing left to do was lose a bunch of weight so I could stunt. And I got a trainer, and at the time he was going vegan for 90 days. So I was like, okay, well, if he's doing it for 90 days, you know, that family competitive spirit in me was
Hello?
like, I could do this for 30 days. And so I didn't want to do it by myself because I didn't know what I was doing and I kind of just wanted some accountability. So I
Yeah.
put it out on Facebook and I was like, hey y'all, does anyone want to do this vegan challenge? There wasn't even a thing yet. I hadn't even made it up fully. And so, you know, it's like January is New Year's time, New Year's resolution time. So people were like, yeah, we want to do it. And we started out with 30 people, and that was in 2014. So we've actually been doing it literally every year because, you know, at the end of it, people kind of went back to, you know, whatever they were doing in 2014. And then at the end of the year, a couple of those people said to me, they were like, hey, are you gonna do that thing again? And I was like, okay, like I know it's a thing, y'all, but sure, let's do it. Y'all want to do it again? Let's do it again.
Cool.
So we did it over and over for 30 days. And then I changed it up to 21 days. So it's the 10th through the 31st of January.
Mhm.
And I teach people how to go vegan. We started out with 30 people. We have 1,500 active people in the group now that are learning about veganism. You're in the group. You got to see some of our amazing cooking classes. We're going to have a baking class, a mindset class. So I am literally just for 21 days. That's my, that's my contribution to the vegan revolution. That's the one thing, no matter what I always do every single year, 100% for free. So, you know, when you come later on in the year, you know, you got to buy this cookbook, baby. I done gave my money to the NAACP. I done gave to the United Negro College Fund, okay? But 21 days, I help y'all go vegan. Anything I know, you will know. You know, asking questions. I asked some of my friends to donate their time and, you know, give an hour masterclass on anything related to veganism. So it's a beautiful thing. And in 2018, I just decided that, you know, why do I keep going back to a regular diet? Like I've never, you know, gotten sick or felt bad for reintroducing fruit into my diet or vegetables into my diet if I had, you know, been eating junk for a while or whatever. I was like, but when I reintroduce dairy, I'm, you know, congested first thing in the morning.
Mhm.
When I reintroduce like red meat, I'm feeling heavier, you know, with my workouts. The recovery time is not as smooth. You know, I'm having all of these issues. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna stray away from it. But I didn't do it completely. So 2018, I like cleaned out all my stuff in my house. I said, I'm not going to buy anything that's not vegan, no meat, no nothing. And I would like learn how to cook all of these things. Now, I want to be very clear that it did help that I could already burn a pot. Now, I could already whip them pots very well before I went vegan. But so that was a very huge part in helping. And I started cooking. And then, you know, if I went out to restaurants or something like that, I would always order a smaller amount of meat because I knew I couldn't bring it home, you know? And that really helped me. I ate it sometimes on vacation or whatever. And then at the end of 2018, I don't know how long it had been since I had meat, but I never forget this. And I have told the story on every single podcast and every single interview that I've done. I was at my cousin's house and she made chicken wings. Lord, that was the last things that had a stronghold on me. And it was baked chicken wings. They was flat. The skin was crispy, just how Black folk like it, with the little onions chopped on top and the chicken drippings at the bottom. And I looked at the chicken and the chicken looked at me. It was me and the chicken. It was the chicken and me.
What happened,
And
girl?
I said, you know what? It can't hurt if I just have one or two pieces. Like, it's not a big deal, won't do nothing. And so I ate 7 pieces, all flat.
There we go.
I ate them all. And my stomach hurt so bad for the next 36 hours. I literally, if you come from the highest of 7 hills, I'm very sure that you've been in top flight before. So that means you've probably, you know, experienced something the good people like to have a hangover. The best description I can give you is that feeling when you have a hangover and you want to throw up, but you just can't, because like when you throw up, you feel so much better. Like everybody hates going through it. They hate praying to the porcelain god, but the moment you do, you feel 100 times better. I had that feeling for 36 hours, the feeling of wanting to, but I just simply could not. Nothing was fixing it. I was trying all the hangover remedies, even though I didn't have a hangover. And after that, I was like, oh yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
And so after that, it's been a wrap. And how long ago was that?
That was December 2018. So I believe that my vegan versary, your anniversary, is December 18th, because I know it was after my birthday and I was in New York.
What are all the things that you noticed after becoming a vegan, like with your body and your health and your overall well-being?
Oh, for one, my skin, like, I don't know how well the people can see me in the studio, but this is literally eyebrows, this is fake lash, and this is lips. So this is my actual skin. I don't have on any foundation. I don't have on, anything like that. So my skin, and I'm be honest, I've always been pretty, so I wanted to continue that. And as I leveled up in it,
here for it.
Yes, my skin got better, my cycle. So even to this day, when I have my cycle, it's not as long, it's not as painful, it's not, as draining. I actually used to, before, when I ate meat, I noticed that I would always get a very intense migraine, like right before, maybe 2 to 3 days before my cycle. But like sometimes it would be so bad I wouldn't be able to see out of my right eye at all. Like I'd have to have on sunglasses, all that.
Wow.
The headaches went away. Like, I know it's coming because I track it, but the headaches went away. All of that good stuff stopped.
Wow. And so overall, we're doing better. We're feeling better. And so you're like, hey, we're just going to coast this lifestyle.
It wasn't nothing to go back to, honestly.
Right.
Sure, I have my, cravings and things like that. But I feel like at this point, honestly, I've been vegan for 4 going on 5 years now. We literally have everything but crab legs, vegan salmon. And for the people who's gonna listen and be like, we don't have a good one. Let's be honest. This is a safe space. We don't have a good vegan salmon. They're working on bacon. I have not had like a super, like, if you grew up on poke, like the bacon with the S curl fat, baby hair fat on the side of it. If you grew up on that kind of bacon, yes, we do not have you covered. Now, flavor wise, yes, but the texture, that chew, that salt, that gristly with the fat, but it's kind of melts in your mouth. We ain't got you, player. If that's what you used to, I'll be very transparent. We do not have your best interest. Now, we do have substitutes. We do have substitutes, but it ain't that. Okay, so my first book, which is funny, you said you know me from Demons on Display, is actually a collection of poems. So this is 33 poems. You can even tell because my names, before I changed to Sunni Speaks, it was Sunni the Poet. And so this book is my very first book that I ever published, and it is very, very close to me because it has my poetry. And so almost like I feel like I've lived a lot of lives, and that is definitely a very big time in my life when I literally just spit on somebody's mic the other day. Like I still can go drop a piece if need be. Like, so that's a very big part of my life. But that was the first book that I ever wrote. The second book I wrote was my cookbook, which I also have here. And so this is my first cookbook, 21 Fresh. And this has 21 recipes in it. So there are 7 regular vegan, 7 raw vegan, 7 Dr. Sebi alkaline vegan, and it has a playlist to cook with and a grocery list. I wanted it to be very inclusive for people who were like, hey, this is my first time trying this vegan thing, girl, I don't know what I'm doing. I want some stuff that's good, but I also know that there's vegan junk and I want to be a little bit healthier to it. This book is amazing. Got the raw recipes, has the smoothie recipes, but then also has like barbecue pulled pork, with sriracha, lime, and sriracha, lime, and cilantro coleslaw.
That's what's
which is
up.
amazing. There's taco recipes in here, strawberry cream pie. There's an Alfredo recipe, and everything in here is like plant-based. So there's no fake meats in here, none of that.
That's awesome. That sounds good.
Yeah. So that is a 21 Fresh. And then I wrote my first kids book. I don't have any in stock with me, but my first kids book is called Charlie Travels. And it's about a little girl who travels to Senegal to meet her cousins for the first time.
Oh,
And so the theory of the book is that, you know, all Black people everywhere, we just cousins. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you go to a different country, you're just seeing your cousin. That's your cousin from a different mother.
I love it.
And so she goes to meet her cousins in Senegal, and there's a language barrier, of course, because the language of business and commerce is French, and the indigenous language which is spoken in the house is Wolof. So in the book, the kids actually learn French pronunciation, spelling, and Wolof as well with the translations. And then they go to 3 historic places inside of the book. And then after that book, I wrote a weight loss workbook.
Okay.
28 to Great. So if you're interested in losing weight, this one also has like every single day. There's asking you about what is your why. There's a prompt, and then there are prompt questions that you respond to. So in 28 days, this helps you to change your mindset in order to not only lose weight, but also battle and grapple with the daily struggle that is food addiction, because we don't really talk about that in, you know, our community. Then I wrote another cookbook, Home for the Holidays, recipes for every Black AF occasion, which I absolutely love. And so that one has all your down south like soul food, hood rich recipes, and your holiday recipes. So literally everything: banana pudding, sweet potato pie,
Oh, I love
sour cream pound cake, you know, baked beans, potato salad, macaroni and cheese, green beans, mashed potatoes. Like, I wanted you to be completely covered. There's a whole holiday appetizer section. You got hot and cold spinach dip. You got rotel dip. All the Black people appetizers. Out of wedlock baby shower meatballs, because you know the food is not as good once they get married.
it.
Okay, everything that also comes with a playlist, and that's like a mix of Black Christmas music and Saturday morning clean the house music. So you got Zoom by the Commodores, you know, Stevie Wonder, Never Too Much. You got Eartha Kitt, Santa Baby, Donny Hathaway, This Christmas, you know, Outcast, Players Ball. Like, it's a very, very good mix. And it's the only mix I have that I can listen to with my mom. So I overly love that book. And then I have my second kids book and my 6th book in total, which is Stony the Vegan Pizza Night. And so this book teaches kids veganism at their level. So essentially, we don't eat anything with a mom or dad because it makes their parents sad. And explains to them, like, even though, you know, you're vegan. So in the book, I want you to get into it. You see them shirts?
Look at that.
Okay, now we ain't got it to pay for the actual, but if you know, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Them shirts was real important. So this, I'm the main character, not the main character, but I'm the mom in the book. This is my son, and he's vegan, and this is his friend, and she's not. And actually, this was my first bet. The name of this character is named after my first best friend at FAMU that we lived at Pattyfoot together. So,
Soldier.
and yes, he's teaching her about veganism. And then in the back, the kids get a recipe for vegan pizza, and there's some comprehension questions and a recipe in the back, which I love. And then I recently came out with Aligned AF, which is a short, just recipe digital document that help align your chakras. So there's one recipe for every chakra to help you align. I've been busy, girl.
I see. She ain't playing. She ain't playing. So where can they find all of your books?
You can find all of my books via my website, sunnyspeaksvegan.com. So SUNNI speaks vegan. So sunnyspeaksvegan.com, or if you are on Instagram, which most people, they go through the link in my bio. And so the links for all of my books are there. I also have other like cooking curriculum. So like I have one for Cinco de Mayo, which gives you like a 5-course Mexican meal, from tacos to dessert flautas to a 7-layer dip to how to make $1 million queso, like all of those things. And then I have individual recipes. So however the people want to get it, you can sign up for cooking classes. I do group and personal classes. I put no obstacles between me and the vegan dollar.
Y'all, is y'all listening to all this now? She done wrote 50-11 books for the community, from the child level all the way up to people who are trying to do other things.
Indeed.
You cover kind of the lifespan of where, that way anybody who wants to get in can get in where they fit in. If they're a little kid, if they're older, if they're trying to train for a specific fitness goal, if they're trying to do it for health reasons, if they're trying to do it for a weight loss goal, if they want to incorporate it and make it their lifestyle forever, you have something for them.
I got you.
Got it.
Yeah.
So listen,
I said nobody left behind. Like we're not leaving anybody behind. I cater to a very specific demographic. That's why you will come on my page and you'll see a video showcasing all the vegan wrap snacks. And people are like, wait, wrap snacks are vegan? Like, well, yeah. Vegan just means there's no animal products involved, right? So with certain potato chips, yes, you do have that issue because you'll have milk or things like that. But there's a good group of wrap snacks that are vegan. But I know my demographic, like I know who's gonna see wrap snacks when they go in the store, and I know who's looking for them. And so I'm letting you know, hey, I didn't miss you, and you too can still be vegan. You could still too be a part of this revolution, and keep your hood, keep your culture. You know what I'm saying? Keep your Black card at the same time.
Yep, for sure, for sure. And so we see that this is your lifestyle. It's not a part of your lifestyle. It is your lifestyle. So how has that been like in the dating world? Because I'm assuming you want to date somebody who's only a vegan, right?
Why you want to ask? But you ain't even, there was no, like, you didn't even ease me into the hard questions. I'm just here like all bubbly and you like,
Yes.
Girl, how's the dating? Like, what's going on with the men's friends?
Well, you've set the foundation that this is a part of your lifestyle.
It is a part of my lifestyle. It's hard out here for a vegan. When you're trying to find somebody to be in with. Listen, it's hard out here, church. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. There's new renovations in that area, so now we do actually have our own dating apps. We have Vegly, we also have Grazer. But you looking for the people. It's hard to find people. I don't know if everybody's gonna be able to see it, but the people I be looking for look like one side of my hand, and the people they got look like the other side of my hand, and it's hard out here for a pimp. That's all I can say.
Okay, what are fly vegan brothers at, yo?
Where's the fly vegan single brothers? A lot of them done got scooped up. A lot of them done got scooped up and got married and taken off, and I love that for them. Factual. But it's a little bit hard to find the vegan single brothers, So if you can imagine, I'm sure we're all in the dating world. We know what the dating world is, right? As the current state of affairs. So you take that and then you minimalize the population a whole lot smaller.
The math ain't mathing.
At the end of the day, it's hard. Like I would love to have, a king that's very hyper conscious about what goes in his mouth and the suffering of others, and also what it does to your health, for sure. But it's hard out here. There are some people that they have that hard boundary, or they're anything past pescatarian is too much for them.
So so that kind of complicates things, for sure.
Just the pinch. It does, just the pinch. I think to better answer your question, I think dating is difficult in general, and so wanting to place dietary restrictions. But the way that I am now is that is my preference, but it's not like a hard line in the sand. And I actually started a new practice of not even telling people that I'm vegan. which is hard to do because like you
Yeah.
said, it is my lifestyle. Like it spills into everything. But I think people can, guys can be intimidated by it, especially like, oh, the easiest thing for, a first date is just like, oh, let's do like dinner and drinks. And so that can kind of become a thing because I'm like, oh yeah, like tell me where we're going 2 days in advance so I can look up the menu, decide if I want to eat first. Like,
Yeah.
and it gets weird because it's like, do you come back and be like, hey, this place doesn't have anything that I can eat? Or do you like eat before you go and look like a weirdo the whole date?
Mm-hmm.
It's complex. It's levels to it, as Meek said.
What recommendations would you have for somebody who's on a real tight budget, like how they can make sure that they can expand? Because there's plenty of food that you can get that's affordable, but sometimes people just don't have the education. They may not know that lentils is really inexpensive and bussin'. They may not know that.
Quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick. Hey.
Right. So like what recommendations would you have for somebody who has this thought that I may just cost too much money to do that? What would you say?
Well, I would say numero uno. I think if you and anybody else has been in a grocery store, it is expensive to be alive. Like it don't matter what you eat.
Across the board.
Across the board, it is incredibly expensive. I am a person, like I said, that I'm in the grocery store every single day. So what people are kind of just like, oh my God, I missed, like I literally saw all of the price increments. I'm in the grocery store at least 4 times a week. And that's if you only count, let's say, one store, because I might have a day where I need to go to 4 different grocery stores literally in one day. So I'm seeing everything across the board. So I'm not gonna lie to you, to be honest, it's at this point in the game, like height of inflation, post-COVID, all of those things, I'll be very clear. You might as well be vegan, to be honest. Like from what I'm seeing, when you go in the grocery store, even if you take eggs, for example, I did a reel today where I was like, I literally saw a carton of eggs. It was $11.23.
Oh wow.
Yes. Like, and so now I'm noticing too that we have this thing called Just Egg. Well, there's multiple different egg substitutes, but one of the more popular ones is Just Egg, which is like almost like comes like the egg whites and the scramble comes in like a little bottle. You shake it up and you go on about your business. I just had some of it today. And so that price has significantly come down because Just as a company that they made condiments and stuff. So before they developed Just Egg, they were making Just Mayo, which arguably was the best vegan mayo on the market. They had Just Mayo. They had I think honey mustard, Caesar, and ranch. Like those were the things they made. And they made this amazing product called Just Egg, which was, like I said, the shaker bottle or whatnot. That came out, and I remember when they came, I think it came out like 2018, 2019, something like that. It changed the game. This product was so popular and it was only available at Whole Foods. This same bottle was $9 a bottle. And like, I know for me personally, as a person who I'm more savory than sweet. So like when I did eat meat and stuff like that, and I went out to breakfast, I was always gonna get like the veggie omelet, you know what I mean? I was gonna get the eggs with bacon. I wasn't getting pancakes and stuff like this. And so as a vegan now, when you go to a lot of places, the majority of your options are going to be sweet because they can like make vegan pancakes, or it's just a carb fest. It's like, let me get a side of potatoes, let me get dry toast, let me get whatever y'all got that don't involve parents, let me have that. So a lot of times they'll, just throw on a quick vegan French toast or a quick vegan. So when the eggs came out, I was like, I felt like God heard that prayer individually because I was at the edge of a very pitiful rope. And I was like, look, this tofu scramble ain't getting it.
Yeah.
Some people use chickpea flour, make a chickpea scramble. Yeah, I've had it. No, like I needed the texture, the whole one, like the rundown that it needed to be vegan eggs, and it was amazing. $9 a bottle.
The mung bean?
Yes, that one's made from I done tried to make it at home from scratch. Did not work. I don't know what they're doing, but it's nothing racist. And so I'm grateful that I don't have to stop buying their products. So thank y'all just. Now that price kept coming down significantly. Now just is, I think it's on sale at Publix like $3.50. So imagine when it first came out, it was $9. Now they did, since then, they ceased making all of the other products. They only make like these egg products now. They bought a warehouse for it, all of the things, and that allowed it to like get cheaper. So like I said, when it first came out, it was $8.99, then it went down to like $7.99, and then it usually for a while it was at like $5.99, and then $4.99 was the price. Most places that you go, depending on, you know, what city you're in, what store you're at, it might be a little bit more expensive, but it's gone down to like $3.50. And people are purchasing it because people can't afford eggs. So now
Right.
I would say it probably comes with the equivalent to 6 eggs in that little bottle. If you want to like a hearty scramble or like a wrap, you know, omelet or something like that, you can probably, a single person can probably get like 3 servings out of that, which
Right.
with it's now, before it was neck and neck, now it's actually beating like what you get with eggs. So a lot of people are looking that direction. If you're just eating fruits and vegetables and produce, you already know what time it is. Like, it's done. But what I implore people to really think about is, now when it comes to veganism and the expense of it, like, you haven't even seen the raise in prices in meat yet. That's going to occur after April, because that's when the slaughter season happens.
Yep.
Right now, you haven't been charged for the increase in price in grain. You haven't been charged for the increase in price of hay. You haven't been even charged for that influx that we had in the cost of gas. You haven't been charged for that yet. And a part of that supply system is what you're seeing in eggs. But as far as animals that are going to be eaten, like pigs and cows, you haven't even seen those price increase yet, because it's not the slaughter season yet. Farmers are still working to get their animals up to weight across, you know, the US and wherever meat is imported. So I would say, I ain't got no tip for you. Quick, get on Publix.com and click a coupon. Okay, you better get with some of these coupon people on Instagram. It's really like 1 for 1, honestly. I mean, I normally would say, hey, you know, you can do frozen vegetables instead of fresh vegetables, but I mean, the price difference, you might as well just get it fresh, in my humble opinion.
Yeah. And you do offer weight loss coaching too, right?
I do offer weight loss coaching.
Y'all
Yes, I
heard
do.
her just drop a whole lot of knowledge and information in there. She do weight loss coaching. She helps to talk to you about your relationships with food, because she has the experience on her own, in her own evolution and transition with this. So listen, and they can hit you up on your website for that.
They can hit me up on my website. They can hit me up on my Instagram. Yes, ma'am.
Get with it. Okay.
And we do it as a group. With women, we do it as a group. You can sign up for that. That's in September. And then I also have the Wet Wet Challenge, which is in June. And that's ladies only as well.
So yes, people, we're gonna be hearing more from her, because you have another book out, huh?
The Aligned AF, yes.
Baby, Aligned AF. Okay. And is there a podcast coming too?
You just, with all the hard questions, I had to speak to my lawyers. I can neither confirm nor deny these allegations.
That's fair. That's fair. That's a fair answer, and I'm gonna be all right. But you know, whenever the answer come, I'm ready. Okay. What's your actual business name? Do you have multiple businesses, or do you have one overarching business?
Yes, I have 2. So Sunni Speaks LLC and then Vegan Trappin LLC. Those are my 2 businesses.
Bam, bam, bam. Okay, so Vegan Trappin, I'm so excited. Talk a little bit more about this whole ecosystem of vegan trapping.
It really just came from like getting it out the mud. Like, I really started, I made lunch for my friend. She was in Tallahassee and she took it to work, and somebody in her office smelled it. Now, this was around the same time as the vegan challenge. And so I'm cooking all these meals. And so somebody in her office was like, "Oh, that smells really good. You know, where did you get that from?" And so she was like, "Oh, my friend made it. You know, she sells." I wasn't selling food, but she was like, "She sells food and da da da." And so the guy was like, "Can she make me that tomorrow?" Like, if she made, and this is when I didn't know nothing about like, you know, item cost and, you know, all of those things. It was just literally getting out the mud. Same application. That's why I became vegan trap. It was the same application as a drug dealer. Like, yeah, you get your a product at a certain price, you sell it at a certain price, you re-up, and then, you know, you put some to the side and you can take that skill set with you into almost any industry. So that's how it became, you know, vegan trapping. And then when I would do like the vegan challenge and I would make these meals and experiment with stuff, people were like, "Oh my God, like your food looks so good. I would pay for it." And I'm like, "How much? What's up?" Like,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know, so
But she legit. Listen. You know how Master P was selling them tapes out his truck? This chick be riding up and down 75, I-10, dropping plates along the way.
yes. And we ship nationwide too. You can't forget that.
Baby, she shipped. She'll put it in the dry ice. It'll get to your house. She ain't playing with y'all. She
Yes.
she's moving uh uh she moving birds. But these birds didn't have a mama.
Indeed. Indeed.
I think that is so dope. Let's talk about all the events. Run them down.
So my favorite in-person event that I host is the Vegan Sexy Party, and that is an
Yes.
elevated vegan dining experience. So it's a minimum of 5 courses, bottomless mimosas, chocolate-covered cherries, THC infused. If you choose, it's at no additional cost if that's how you want to live your life that evening. And it has become my brainchild as well as my baby, and that started in Atlanta. I wanted to give people a really great experience for Valentine's Day because I felt like, you know, as a vegan, if I wanted to get dressed up and like go on a nice date, or even if I wanted to take myself on a date and do something nice for like Valentine's Day, there weren't a lot of restaurant options. And in most cities you go to, it's like that. There aren't a lot of like what would be the equivalent of like a STK or a Houston's or something like that. And if you do, the food is just okay. Like it's not, you know, it's nothing to really write down, you know, write home about it. And so I wanted to come up with this dinner party that was what is called a once in a lifetime experience. So anytime you come to the Vegan Sexy Party, we never repeat the menu. So
Yeah.
you can never have the same thing twice. You can come to every single party throughout the year. You will never have the same thing. Or you can go when we repeat cities year over year, you will not have the same thing at all. And so I love it so much because it incorporates what I feel like is the most important and my favorite part of working in the culinary space, which is creativity. So it combines the creativity and it combines my nerdiness for history, culture, and geography. So we go to these different cities. I get on Google. I find out not only, you know, what are the ethnicities of the people who live there and how that currently shapes the state of food and what they're eating, but also indigenously what were people eating and certain ingredients, certain dishes, how and why are we eating it in this specific city. And I infuse that with a little bit of Caribbean culture and my soy-free mock meats. And you have winning dishes like oxtail and mac and cheese beignets. We did braised oxtail with seafood mac and cheese waffle.
Hmm.
We had coquito cheesecake egg rolls with Hennessy sauteed plantains.
Man,
Like we are just doing amazing thing. Curry chicken burrito tacos. We did a Japanese curry collard green inside a wonton with caramelized onion butter. Like we are changing the vegan space so much. We did a Mexican ceviche slash conch salad
mm.
together with Miami style conch fritters and martini glasses. Like we are showing something that's never been done before in the world of veganism. We're adding that culinary genius to it with the infusion of all these different flavors, cultures, and then we have amazing question games. And I'm explaining the courses to you, letting you know how, where, why the chef came up with this amazing crazy thing that you're eating. You know, in Atlanta, we did a seafood boil with a plantain and cassava fufu dumpling. Like
Hmm.
we want to incorporate everything of culture and show too that, you know, in that space across the diaspora, our cuisine is elevated. Not that it can be, it is elevated already. And we're just doing different things with it. So that is my, as you can hear, I got all blushy and I started smiling big. That is
Yes.
my love child, my baby. Then
Yeah.
after that, we have Puerto Rico, which is
Okay.
May 6th, and then we have Detroit, June 10th. So we're currently looking for a space inside of Philly, and I think we can squeeze in one more party maybe for the West Coast at the end of the year, but that's gonna be it. Yeah,
Those events are popping, y'all. 2023 is about to change your life.
it's my Jordan year.
I feel it. I feel it for you because you just been, you know, we always see the top part of the iceberg, but everybody don't see like the base of the iceberg, and so much happens underneath, and then everybody sees the surface and they're like, yeah, bet, but so much work, time, energy, blood, sweat, tears, money, everything.
Y'all don't hear her, you just want to dance.
Hey,
She's not lying, y'all. She's
listen.
not lying. Love on your entrepreneur friends
Yes,
because,
yes.
whew,
I understand. I understand because I feel this way about the studio. Everything.
mhm.
So listen, y'all. Run your socials down for me. What's your social media?
Okay, so Facebook is Sunny Speaks, Sunni Speaks. You can go on there. You can interact with me. I also have the vegan challenge on there, which is Sunny Speaks Annual Vegan Challenge, all separate words. You can go join in. It's 100% free, and we activate the challenge group only in January. But people are in there sharing recipe ideas and all that good stuff all year long. It's 100% free. I just asked for your email address, so I can say some shit later. If you don't want to be sold on nothing, you don't gotta give us your email address. We will still accept you in the group, but you wanna let me say you don't want to say some shit, okay? You have Sunny Speaks Vegan, which is my Instagram. So again, just like my website, Sunni Speaks Vegan on Instagram. And that is if you want to reach me, that's like the best way. If you want to
Okay.
reach me and you don't have my phone number, that's probably the best way you're gonna be able to reach me. Leaving a comment, sending me a DM. I do have help, but I check my DMs for the most part. So don't send me nothing crazy, y'all. It's humans behind this keyboard. Send us nice things and send us love.
Please.
And you can also find me on TikTok, Sunny Speaks, Sunni Speaks. That is, I don't really do a lot of recipes on there and teaching. I do pretty much just vegan comedy videos, little shorts and stuff. I'm hilarious. I think you should follow me on there as well too. And then last but certainly not least, you have me on Twitter, which is Sunny the Poet, SUNNIDAPOET. But I don't let me waste your follow, y'all, because I only go on Twitter to people watch and look for significant quotes and find out what's happening in the news. Please don't go on there and be like, oh, she don't ever post, because I'm telling you now, I don't never post nothing. I'm people watching on Twitter.
She is people watching. I do too. I have a Twitter. I kind of pop in and out on there, but I mostly people
You
watch.
can't keep up with all these socials, man. It's like a million different socials you're trying to keep
And
up
I
with.
saw there's a new black owned one called Fanbase. And but I'm like, I don't want to learn no other one, but there's a black owned one, and I think it's important to support that. So I got to schedule a little bit of time to get an account to kind of figure out what that going on among all the other shit going on in this room.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to, because if a black person is trying to make a social media outlet, I want to support it. You know what I'm saying? So
Indeed.
I'm gonna try to get fan base. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it. Father, all this technology. Okay. But we gonna be all right. Sister Sunny, you have anything you want to add to this?
Um, Eat vegetables, people. I just want to tell y'all, the
Yeah.
last thing I want to leave you with, if you're trying to go vegan, you're thinking about meatless options, I just want to remind you that all your seasoning is vegan, y'all. So for all my Caribbean people, all you got to do is get you your lima beans, your chickpeas, your butter beans, or whatever you're going to eat. and, you know, throw all our Caribbean seasonings on it or whatever kind of seasoning from wherever you are in the world. Throw that on there, and you are sure to have a delicious meal. Don't just go to the same grocery stores. Please check out your Asian grocery stores, your African grocery stores, your Indian grocery stores, your Caribbean and your Latin style markets, and see what they have. A lot of the things that they have in there are vegan. All you have to do is turn around and read the ingredients, and don't think about what you can't have. Think about all the things you can have.
Yes. Yes. Sister Sunny, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy, your essence, your wisdom and knowledge, and these beautiful businesses that we got to support. So y'all hit her website up, hit her up on social media, follow her, comment, engage with her.
I got a screenshot, so because you know if it don't go on Instagram, it never happened.
Factual. Okay. Hold on, let me do that. I just did the same thing.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I appreciate it. That was great.